Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So in this video I'm going to share with you some of the things like the Factories Act 1934, the Pharmacy Act 1934 and some of the definitions we study in this video. So let's start. So as you all know, section, subsection, clauses, subclauses. So in the Factory Act 1934, there's some of the chapters that we studied thoroughly. In the preliminary chapter, show title, extent and commencement, we can study definitions, reference to time of day, seasonal factories, power to apply provision applicable to factories to certain other places, power to declare departments, power to exempt from certain provisions, power to exempt during public emergencies, notice to inspector before commencement of work. And in the chapter 2, we can study the inspecting staff. Chapter 3, we can study the health and safety of the workers. So in chapter 4, we can study restrictions on working hours of adult. Mostly adult can work 8 to 7 hours in a day. In chapter 4a, we can study how the workers can enjoy their holidays with pay. Chapter 5, we can study the special provisions for adolescents and children. Chapter 6, we can study the penalties and the procedures that a worker can cognize of offenses. Chapter 7, we can study the supplementations and so chapter 1. So in the chapter 1, there is a preliminary chapter, show title, extent and commencement. It shall come into forces on the first day of January 1935. So in the chapter definitions, adolescent mean a person who has completed his 15th but has not completed his 17th year. Adult mean a person who has completed his 17th years. Child mean a person who has not completed his 15th year. Day means a period of 24 hours a day beginning at midnight. Week means a period of 7 days beginning at midnight on Saturday night. Power means electric energy and any other form of energy which is mechanically transmitted and is not generated by human or animal agency. So manufacturing process means for making, altering, repairing, ornamenting, finishing or packing or otherwise treating any article or substance that is mightily used for sale and delivery, transport or disposal. So what is worker? And the person, worker means that can work for certain wages or in any other kind of work, and the company provide him the wages for that work. Factory means any premises or any place where a worker can work on any day of preceding 12 months on any part of which a manufacturing process is being carried. So machinery include all the plants whereby power is generated, transformed and transmitted or applied. Occupier means the person who has ultimate control over the affairs of a factory. And so prescribed means prescribed by the rules made by the provincial government under this act. So what is the reference to the time of day? Reference to time of day is basically the standard time, which is 5 hours a day ahead of Greenwich Mean Time, provided that for any area in which standard time is ordinarily observed, the provincial government may make rules. So this is very much important. Seasonal factories basically those factories which can work only in that certain seasons, like cotton ginning, cotton jute, pressing, the decortication of the groundnuts, provided at which the provincial government may by notification in the official gazette declare any such factory in which manufacturing process are ordinarily carried on for more than 180 working days in a year. The provincial government may by notification in the official gazette declare any specified factories in which the manufacturing processes are ordinarily carried on for more than 180 working days. So power to apply provision applicable to factories to certain other places. The provincial government may by notification the official gazette declare that all or any of the provisions of this act applicable to factories shall apply to any place wherein a manufacturing process is being carried over on in ordinarily carried on, whether with or which without the use of powers. Power to declare department to be separate factories. So this is a major thing that we can study in the Factories Act 1934. The provincial government may by notification in the official gazette directing the different departments or branching of the different specified factories shall be treated as separate factories for the purpose of this act. Power to exempt on a change in a factory. How exempt can work basically? The section 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 25 and subsection 3 of section 33Q, whether when the provincial government is satisfied that following upon a change of occupier of a factory or in the manufacturing process carried on therein the number of workers for the time being working in the factory is less than 20 and is not likely to be 20 or more than any day during the ensuing 12 months. Power to exempt during public emergencies. In any case of public emergency, the provincial government may by notification in the official gazette exempt any factory from any or all of the provisions of this act for such period of time as it may think fit. So we can conclude chapter 1.